What's up, everybody? This is Eric, Dolan Adventures. Welcome. Today, working on the 94 Montero. I'm going to be installing some manual hubs. So, yeah, that's what's going to happen today. Nice thing about manual hubs is it frees up everything along the driveline in the front here, so it's not all running at the same time. So, that's the biggest thing. I know there's other reasons too, but for me, it's going to hopefully help you out a little bit with gas mileage and less moving parts when driving in two-wheel drive. A little more old school, but a lot of people like to do it, and I'm pretty stoked on it too. So we're going to get into that today. And yeah. All right, so this is going to be the basic tools you'll need to do the job. 14 mil, I'm using a socket because I got power tools. You can use hand tools as well. Of course, I have a very big assortment, but that's not we won't worry about that. 10 mil, flat set of snap ring pliers because that's going to work better with the style of snap ring that's used on there. Punch and hammer, and some RTV. I'm using Honda Bond just because I have a bunch of it. So yeah, and then you're going to want to disassemble your hub before you install it on the car, and you want it in free so you don't have any tension on any of the mechanism in the back or anything like that. So yeah. All right, so first off, you take the wheel off, which is obviously self-explanatory. Then you remove this dust cover, which you won't need again, obviously, with the new hub. So that comes off. And the flat snap ring pliers. Come in here, take off your snap ring. And then nicely take these guys off. And then this guy, your hub cover, should just, oh yeah, there's some RTV on there, so there you go. So flathead screwdriver or a little pry bar if you got it, just to help give a little effort to get that guy off. Now a lot of you might want to clean this grease out and put in some new hub grease, some wheel bearing grease in here. I recently repacked my wheel bearings, so I'm not gonna do that. I'm just gonna clean up the surface on the outside here a little bit and stuff, because what you're gonna wanna do on this half when you install it, you're gonna wanna put RTV around here, just to give a better sealing surface around this half that you're gonna be putting on here. So this is how I did the RTV around it. I kind of just did little dabs in between and then smoothed around. And then I also got it out of the holes where the bolts are gonna go in the back, just because I don't like to get a lot on the bolts themselves. So then you just get this to slide on, line up your holes like so. And then I kind of went over just with a rag and cleaned off all the old RTV off the studs or the threads best I could. Start these guys in, hand start them a little bit each one. Get them in there. I just lightly go down with my impact barely. And these guys are supposed to be torqued. That's another thing. If you have a torque wrench, you can just go snug. It's not going to be really terrible. You just don't want to over torque and strip them out. I think you can rent torque wrenches from any parts store or anything like that, but you want to do 40 foot-pounds and put like a screwdriver between your rotor and your caliper. Just do a star pattern like you would on your wheel. That's good. Torqued. Get some bearing grease and put it inside here and get it just nice up and in all that nice area there and around all the inside like it's supposed to. Last, before you put your cover on, you want to put in this snap ring. So just get it sort of positioned, and oh, I have a little difficulty. I hate snap rings. Get it spread apart so you can get it over, and then just push it in to make sure it's in the groove that's inside. A lot of times I just make sure I look with the flashlight, make sure it's in this groove all the way around, which it is. We're good there. And then last but not least, put on your outer cover. Make sure that your gasket is nicely lined up with everything. And slide her on and make sure that your holes for your bolts are also lined up. Start all these guys. And then just make sure that you just tighten them until they get resistance. You don't want to go crazy on them. They are small bolts and they could strip easily. Once that's done, you're pretty much done. Take out your screwdriver. You still got it in there. Make sure it runs smoothly around and that it's free from your axle, which this is. And then move to lock and see that it engages, which it does. And then just make sure it disengages, which it does. Pretty simple project. Shouldn't take more than an hour in a day. Pretty easy and straightforward. And yeah, now you have manual hubs. Then obviously just put your wheels back on, torque them down, give it a drive. Well, thanks everybody for watching. If you have any questions or comments or even tips of maybe things I forgot or better way of doing it, leave it below in the comments. But yeah, other than that, thanks and catch you next time. Where the snap ring is.